Picture this. 200 million Nigerians sitting on the edge of their seats, eyes glued to the TV, hoping, praying that the Super Eagles will rise to the occasion and fly to the World Cup. But instead of celebration, the mood is sour, uncertain, angry. And in the middle of the storm, one voice rises above the noise: Mikel Obi, the legendary captain, the calm leader of Nigeria's golden midfield era. Mikel is no longer silent. He says, if Nigeria does not qualify for the 2026 World Cup, the entire NFF board should be sacked. Strong words. Powerful words. But behind those words lies a story of mismanagement, broken trust, unpaid bonuses, poor facilities, and most recently, the scapegoating of striker Cyril Dessers after a poor performance. So today, we're going on a journey. A deep X-ray of Nigerian football. We'll explore what Mikel Obi meant and why it resonates with millions. How the NFF system works and why it seems broken. The shameful Cyril Dessers episode, where a single player was thrown under the bus. Whether sacking the NFF is realistic, fair, or even possible. And what reforms Nigerian football desperately needs to stop the cycle of failure. This isn't just football talk. This is about accountability, leadership, and the soul of Nigerian football. Mikel Obi is not just another ex-player. He is a former captain. A Champions League winner. A man who wore the green and white for years and carried the pressure of a nation on his shoulders. When Mikel Obi speaks, Nigerians listen. In recent interviews, he made it clear, the NFF cannot keep failing the country. He said, if Nigeria misses the World Cup, the NFF must all go. The entire board. Enough is enough. Why does this hit so hard? Because Nigerians are tired. They are tired of excuses. Tired of scandals about unpaid bonuses. Tired of stadiums that look like abandoned construction sites. Tired of coaches being hired and fired with no plan. Mikel is saying what millions are thinking: if the system keeps failing, then it's time to change the system. And he's not just talking about players. He's talking about the men in suits. The people in Abuja offices who are supposed to lead, plan, and build, but instead seem to preside over chaos. To understand the call for sacking, we need to understand what the NFF is supposed to do. The Nigeria Football Federation is not just a fan club. It's the governing body. Its job is hiring the national team coach, securing sponsorship deals, organizing training camps and friendly matches, paying players and staff, developing infrastructure, ensuring that Nigeria doesn't just participate but competes at the top. But what's the reality? Unpaid bonuses. Reports have revealed that Super Eagles players have gone over 30 matches without being paid agreed bonuses. Imagine giving your all for your country and not even receiving what you're owed. That crushes morale. Poor facilities. Only one FIFA-approved stadium in Ohio. Players train in poor conditions compared to their rivals. No modern technical centers, no world-class medical setups. Chaotic planning. Friendly matches cancelled at the last minute. Training camps that don't start on time. Coaches left frustrated. Poor public trust. The fans no longer believe in the administrators. Every failure leads to finger pointing, never accountability. The NFF always seems ready to shift the blame. And that leads us to Cyril Dessers. Every qualifying campaign has its heroes and its villains. But sometimes, those villains are unfairly created. In Nigeria's recent qualifiers, striker Cyril Dessers was singled out after failing to convert key chances. The NFF, instead of taking responsibility for broader systemic issues, reportedly shifted blame towards Dessers. Why Dessers? Because he was the easiest target. The narrative was, if Dessers had scored, we'd be winning. If Dessers was sharper, we'd be leading. But is that the full story? No, Dessers missed chances, yes. But strikers miss chances all over the world. Even Messi, Ronaldo, Osimhen have off days. A good system ensures that one player's miss doesn't sink the entire campaign. Where was the tactical plan? Where was the creative midfield supply? Where was the defensive stability? Blaming Dessers ignores the bigger failures: lack of preparation, Unpaid bonuses killing morale, and poor coaching appointments. Fans know the truth. Cyril Dessers did not build the stadiums. He did not refuse to pay bonuses. He did not hire or fire coaches. He did not fail to plan friendlies. Blaming one player is not just unfair, it's cowardly. It shows the NFF's inability to take responsibility. And that's exactly what Mikel Obi is talking about. When you scapegoat one player, you protect the system. And that's the problem. So here's the question: if Nigeria misses the World Cup, should the NFF board be sacked? The case for sacking. Accountability. Leadership must answer for repeated failures. Missing one World Cup, 2022, was bad enough. Missing 2 in a row is unacceptable. Fresh leadership. New people can bring ideas, reforms, and credibility. Restoring trust. Fans need to believe again. Players need to feel supported. The case against sacking. Complex causes. Not all failures are NFF's fault. Injuries, referee decisions, player form, all play roles. Instability. Removing an entire board can create power struggles, political fights, and FIFA sanctions if government interference is suspected. Lack of replacements. Who steps in? Are there credible football men ready to take charge? But here's the truth: Nigerians are less interested in technicalities. They want change. They want leaders who love football more than contracts. They want administrators who respect players, fans, and the jersey. If failure happens again, the cry for sacking will be deafening. And this time, it might not be ignored. Even if the NFF isn't sacked outright, reforms must come. What should they look like? Financial transparency. Every kobo accounted for. No more scandals of missing funds. Player welfare. Bonuses paid on time. Travel and training up to world standards. Infrastructure investment. More FIFA-approved stadiums. World-class training facilities. Sports science departments. Better coaching strategy. Coaches chosen based on merit, given time, and supported. Stakeholder inclusion. Fans, ex-players, media should have input. Football is too important to Nigeria's identity to be left in chaos. This isn't the first time Nigeria has been here. In 2006, Nigeria missed the World Cup. Reforms were promised, but corruption and poor governance continued. In 2022, Nigeria missed again, losing to Ghana in Abuja in a painful playoff. Once again, promises of reform came. But here we are, in 2025, facing the same questions. The difference now is that voices like Mikel Obi's are louder. Social media is stronger. The fans are united. Nigerians will not accept excuses again. So, should the NFF be sacked if Nigeria fails? The answer is yes, if we are serious about change. Leadership must be accountable. You cannot preside over repeated failures and expect to remain in power. But beyond sacking, Nigeria must look at the deeper issues: governance, planning, infrastructure, respect for players. Otherwise, we'll just replace one board with another and repeat the same story in 2030. Mikel Obi's word should not be ignored. Cyril Dessers' scapegoating should be remembered as a warning. Players should never take the fall for systemic rot. The time has come for Nigerian football to choose accountability or excuses. Reform or decay. Flight or fall. And if the Super Eagles fail again, the people will demand more than explanations. They will demand heads to roll. Because Nigerian football is not just sport. It's identity. It's pride. It's the dream of millions. And that dream cannot be destroyed by mismanagement. What do you think? Should the NFF be sacked if Nigeria misses the 2026 World Cup? Or do you think reforms are the better way? Drop your comments. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more deep dives into Nigerian